It is time for workout A again. This one is just easier to do in my apartment gym. So when you get to it, I don't know that anyone's gonna come on today. Why? Because the World Series Game 3 is happening right now, but I gotta get this workout in. So I'm gonna get started. We're starting off with superset. I'm going across there. I'll be back in a minute and we can chat later. Soon. If anybody popped on, probably not, but if you did, I'm here. I'm Becca. I'm doing superset, and we are doing workout A of body composition. I'm using this more as a accountability video. So no excuse if you don't have an accountability buddy. So be done. We'll switch to the other side. All right, this first part is a superset, so I have a whole 45 seconds here to chat with you. So I'm gonna just kind of keep an eyeball on the time. I started out, I'm doing leg curls. Tonight I upped it by 5 pounds. I'm really still just getting back into this. This is week 4. I've seen some good progress so far. It's the start of week 4, I should say. So I've done 3 complete weeks. So far so good. I'm doing really well. I've been taking progress photos, which are really important because even if you don't feel it on the daily, it's okay because there are things that are happening. Sometimes we need to have time go by. So what I'm doing is every 2 weeks taking a picture. I actually have people that I can send it into right now to check and see on how the progress is going. Those of you who are on here, I see there's like 14 of you right now. Thank you. I'm not sure why you're not watching the Dodgers, but go blue. All right, I'm gonna head back over there. I'll be back shortly. Superset, so we keep going. So thank you for the 4 of you that are on here. I just did a leg, what did I do? It's like a leg curl, but not a curl. Kind of, can also be a curl, I guess. All right, but these are supersets. So I have to go right into this thing, two different exercises. 6. out further than I did last week. That was a little bit harder than what I'm used to. All right, here we go. Shoulders back and down. Yeah, there it is. Okay, a little bit harder. There we go. 2, 3, 4. So just to let you in on a little secret that I've discovered, not just this time around, but also, thank you, Gabriel Thomas. Yes, I do got this. Get it, girl. I'm trying, Charlie. I am trying. I get a little bit of break. I'm just at a superset. I'm just getting started. Next, I'm going into just a straight set with the Bulgarian split squat. Not my favorite. I love that there's so many of you on here tonight. Right now, there's 23 of you. I don't know why you're not watching the Dodgers. I heard that it's going amazing. But I mean, I love that you're here, so you don't have to go. But I'm just saying, like, I'm going to be going to watch the game as soon as I'm done with this. So, although I do need to do this slow and controlled so that I can be safe and keep my form, because that is super important when you're working out. I'm not great yet at this particular exercise. It's something that's newish to me. Now I'm in week 4, so I can't say it's like brand new, but let me tell you, I'm just still trying to figure out the form. So I'm only using 2 dumbbells that are only 5 pounds each, and it's really more to help steady me than anything else. So I'm gonna step back over here to do these sets. I'm gonna do 10 on each side, and then I'll be back for a break. I get a whole 30 seconds in between to chat with you guys, all right? So here we go. I'll change the angle just because I really had it showing at the windows. Sorry. All right. It's all right, it's my least favorite thing. This one. Okay, here we go. Shoulders back and down. Not my favorite, but I'm getting it in. All right, do I feel so like this? Yep, all right. Still trying to figure out how far I'm actually supposed to be squatting down. I really need to go back and watch the videos again. So I only get a 30-second break here. Never enough time. Thank you, Charlie. Yes, consistency is imperative, and that is really what the name of the game is, in truth. I'm doing the body composition project, and I started my body transformation back last December, so in 2024. And I just started this next 6-month phase in this next project, which is really cool, the body composition project. I'm already seeing changes in my body composition based on photos. Now, I only just, this past week, got my actual DEXA for body composition specifically. Wish I would have been able to get it like prior to starting. It was just the first time I could get in. So that's just what worked with my schedule. Good news is I still have like 5.5 months or 5 months. So all is good. And oh man, I think I'm past my 30 seconds, but hydration is super important for range of motion. So stay hydrated. I'm also using clear protein in here just to kind of help with muscle recovery. I'm building all at the same time. All right, back to my least favorite. Here we go. Starting on my left. I think this is called the, I don't know what it's called. Some kind of it's my least favorite exercise. That's what it's called. Funny thing about even your least favorite exercises, when they're part of a program that you're doing, you just do them anyway. That's what you got to do. Put in the work. All right, shoulders back and down. Here we go. Okay, friends. Wow. Still my least favorite one. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment and actually document what I've done. So I started out with my leg curls. I did that at 55 pounds, so I increased it by 5 pounds this week. Whew, and I did my 10 reps for 2 sets. So, then I did my shoulder external rotation. I just used this nice thick bar here that I got somewhere at some point in my life. And did that for 10 on each side for 2 sets. Just did the Bulgarian split squat. That is my least favorite exercise of the program. It does have a close contestant with it though. Again, it has to do with like, what was I just did the other day? I did not love it. I don't love it. So clearly I need to find out, it's like walking lunges, which is very similar to kind of what I just did, except I wasn't walking. And I don't know, there must be something in that, in the muscle groups that I'm using for that, just doesn't feel strong. So I'll be asking my coaches about that. So I used 10 pounds. I did it 10 and 10 because I did the right and the left leg because it was a split squat. All right, next we got the single leg deadlift, and then it's a superset with the Arnold press. So for the deadlift, I'm actually gonna use something called the X3 bar. It happens to be something I already own. It's made by the same creator that makes the devices for OsteoStrong, which I happen to own one in Encino. And so since I'm not going to the gym today, this is what I'm gonna use because it just has more intensity for me. So this is gonna be the single leg deadlift. I'm going to use the white band from the X3 bar and I'm gonna double it over. So let's get to it. All right. Okay. So I also, again, just wanted to thank everybody who is here, cheering me on. Thank you. Please subscribe, follow along, like, do all of the things. Share it, post it, tell your friends about it. I'm really going through this huge body transformation and I just want to be able to share it with others, and if people want to talk about it, I am happy to do so. The first part of my journey was with phentermine. I did that for 6 months. I finished that like in August. And then as that went out of my body, I started this new program called the Body Composition Project with Holly Perkins. It's amazing. She and her coaches are fantastic. And so here I am on week 4, starting with that. Okay, I'm gonna get this set up and get rocking and rolling for the next superset, okay? So the other thing I noticed while I was on phentermine was my balance was a little bit off. My vestibular system wasn't working as well, and it's still kind of taking a little bit of time to fully come back to what it used to be. I used to have a really great balance, and I know I can have it again, but for the right now, this is what I'm dealing with. All right, here we go. Sorry that I don't have music playing, guys. I just usually listen to music on my phone, and I've already got it going live. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. Right leg. So single leg deadlift. Something like that. Maybe it's I don't know, anyway. Woo. Okay. That was harder than I wanted it to be. If you're here, say hello. Sorry that it's not that I'm trying to ignore you. I just am trying to knock this out before I get done. We're doing a superset. So the first one was, single leg deadlift. Now we're going straight into the Arnold press. Hello, hello. Hello out there, world. Why are you guys scrolling and not watching the Dodgers in the World Series? Just kidding, clearly I'm not either, but I'm going to when I'm done with this. All right, didn't mean to scare you away, sorry. That was not my intention. Ooh. I'm gonna take a moment to intentionally hydrate. Super important, you guys. I know they say that like 64 ounces is kind of where you're supposed to be. I've also heard half of your body weight. I, though, years ago had gone to a functional doctor, and for whatever reason, my body, as you can see, I sweat fairly easily. And I just, and I always have. So, I mean, I could like think about playing basketball and I'm starting to sweat before I even get to the court. So she told me I'm actually supposed to drink like my body weight, which is a lot. But at the time I weighed like about 145, but that's still a lot of ounces of water a day. Now I'm still doing quite a bit. It's usually close to 120. But you know, half of your body weight is great, but it is really helpful for a range of motion to keep all of your joints and your muscles, everything, and your everything lubricated while you are, especially when you're doing strength workouts like this. So, you know, find out what works best for you and do that. Stay hydrated. All right, second set of this. I'm doing the single leg deadlift and then coming back to the Arnold press. This single leg business is hard. The balancing is really tricky for me. So I'm just going to do the best that I can do because that's all I can do. Is my best. All right. Oh goodness. Okay. 1, I'm going to reposition this and move forward because I'm kicking the blinds. All right, last side. Last set for these ones. 10 more reps. Ooh, that was not great. Okay. Oh. Okay, so wow, I was really, I was really trying to keep the bar along my legs to engage my lats, keeping my shoulders back and down. Ooh, I was trying, but it's just, oh, I got tonight. Okay, back onto the arm press. Here's the side first. Shoulders back and down. Our coaches, man, they keep hammering in shoulders back and down, shoulders back and down. If you feel them inching up, back and down. And it's crazy how much it's like we want our shoulders to be our earrings. It's so crazy. Like I don't want to have big traps. I'm really trying to keep that down while still doing shoulder movements and exercises. All right. So, okay. Here we go. Let's log this stuff in. We got, so I did the X3 bar, white. We did 10 and 10 because we were split legged. All right, so okay, I have 3 exercises that I don't love, and guess what? They all have some kind of a split in them. Balancing on one leg. Apparently I need to work on that. Okay, Arnold press. 10 and 10. All right, next is the sumo squat. Now this when I had sent in, we do like a video of the week that we send into our coaches and then they give us some feedback. And obviously you can never have true perfect form because you might not have slept well, you might have eaten differently, you might not be feeling great. So like there's always things we can be improving on with that. And so they're always gonna give some kind of feedback. However, on this particular one, man, my form was so off. Apparently, in my head, what I was visualizing was like a deadlift, but with a little bit wider base of support. But I was not keeping my chest up at all. I was literally hinging up my hips as if I was doing a deadlift. And they took a snapshot, side-by-side picture of like Holly Perkins, who's showing us how to do the actual thing, and then me doing mine, and man, was it off. It was so off. And but here's the good news, I learned from it. So last week I was able to do a little better, and so let's see if I can continue on that path. So I'm using a 20-pound kettlebell to do my sumo squats, and I'm gonna try to do 2 sets of 10. So basically what I need to remember to do is truly keep my chest up and sit my booty all the way back with my chest up. There we go. 2, 3, 4, sure that I felt so great about those tonight. But that's okay because I'm here, I'm showing up, putting in the work. I'm gonna give myself some grace. I've got, this program itself is 6 months long, but you guys, strength training, it's a lifetime thing. So I'm turning 50 next April. And I wanna be in really good physical shape for myself, fitness-wise, because I wanna be able to have stronger muscles, I wanna have longevity. So I'm just trying to make my body optimize my muscle mass and continue to do so to help me just stay stronger and live a healthy, long life. Really, I just wanna enjoy the world. All right, that was my little spiel for 2 seconds on longevity. If you guys are here, please like, subscribe, do all the things. I'm gonna just do my second set of sumo squats and I'll find out when to come back to do what is next. So this is the one that I did not do so great on a couple weeks ago. So I'm working on this form. So let me start at the top. Feet out, right waist support, chest up, sitting down. 1. So here's the thing. Was it fantastic? No. Did I do it? Yes. Did I feel like my second set was better than my first? I do. So I am looking for the positives here. I showed up, I put in the work, and I did a little bit better than I did the set before. So I mean, can't ask for much more than that, truthfully. Guys, seriously. Sometimes we just gotta show up for ourselves, for each other. This tonight, you are my accountability buddy. So if you're out there, say, way to go. Stick with it, Becca, you're doing great. Because seriously, I'm gonna need a little encouragement. I'm almost done though. I've only got 3 exercises left, so yay. All right, next we're gonna do the cable upright row. I do not have that set on the right weight. I will be right back. Just backing up a little bit here. That would have killed me. I would have gone over there and y'all would have laughed at me because I would have been like, ooh, it would have been the worst form ever. And that's not what I'm going for. I'm trying to go for good form here. All right, so I'm setting that at 30. And then we have the leaning lateral raise that I'll do right after because it is a superset. And then I have like 45 seconds in between to rest. All right, I'll be doing that. Back on weight. All right, so shoulders. Feet. Much harder than it looks. This looks like we're hanging off here sideways. It's only a 5-pound weight. Shouldn't be so hard, but man, my deltoid is tired. 45 seconds. Where am I at? Okay, so great, 15 after. All right, so if you're here, say hello, please. Hi, I see that one person's on here. Thank you. Thank you for being here. My name is Becca. I go by Miss Becca at work sometimes. I happen to be an occupational therapist. I always scare people off. I start talking to them and they freak out. I know we like to creep around and like see who's live on here, but guys, being able to go live means that like we can actually connect from around the world, which is very cool. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that, because a lot of us need more connections. And even though some people think that technology might be pulling us away from each other, we're actually be able to connect with so many more people than we ever could have in the past, right? So, I mean, years ago, I went on this amazing trip halfway around the world to meet a bunch of people from all over the world because I wanted to have global friends. Little did I know, my own son, who doesn't even like to leave the bedroom, he has global friends that he's been connecting with for years. So, and sometimes they show up because we live in Los Angeles, and then they can all go hang out together, and that's really cool. So, all right, I got one more set of this superset, and then I have my final exercise of the evening, and then I'm finished, and then I'm gonna go watch some Dodgers, I think. I don't know if they're still playing, but let's hope. I hope they're doing well. Go Blue, go Big Blue. Here we go. We have the cable upright row, making sure that you keep the shoulders down and back as the hands are coming up. So we're going right into the lateral leaning. This guy, working on our delts here. Trying to keep our shoulders back and down. And as the arm is coming up, thinking about that pinky being a little bit higher than the index finger. I'm gonna do one more for good measure because I started talking and I lose my train of thought of counting. When I start talking. All right, let's try this side. Last one on this side. Go, shoulders back and down. Guys, I'm almost there. I made it to the final one of the night. So let's see, so on my cable upright row, one thing I noticed is my right shoulder just chronically has had pain. Now, it doesn't have a lot of it right now, but whenever I get injured or even when I get sick, I seem to just store stuff there. That seems to be one of the places that my body likes to go back to, saying, I'm not happy with whatever's going on. And so, although I'm only doing 30 pounds for that right now, I don't see myself moving up in that for a little while because I'm afraid that it's gonna take me out of form. And I don't need to be rounding my shoulders to lift it up. I wanna be able to keep those back as I'm doing that motion. And until I have that form down, I'm not going up in weight. In fact, I might even go down so that I can truly get the form down and really know how that feels. One of the things I talked about in our coaching call tonight was visualizing the muscle that you're gonna be working on or that you will work on. So they're calling it like mind-muscle connectivity. And so it's a good thing to try. So I'm on my last one of the night. So those of you who've been with me from the beginning, thank you, thank you, thank you. Those of you who just showed up, welcome. My name is Becca and I'm doing my workout. I'm using this as you guys are my accountability buddies tonight. I'm doing a program called the Body Composition Project. And I just have 2 sets of 10 reps left of my, my barbell Romanian deadlift. But what I'm using, again, my X3 bar, which I mentioned earlier, because I use that in another exercise here because I'm at my home gym tonight. By home gym, I mean my apartment building. This is not mine, but I have some of my own stuff with me, which includes the X3 bar. And during the pandemic, that is what got me through, and I was looking great. And then perimenopause hit and just stuff went crazy. And then I was kind of in denial about it. And finally last December, I was like, enough is enough. And so I started back on a journey, and here I am, 10 months later, looking drastically different. Let's see, about 34 pounds down. But the great thing about what I'm doing now in the body composition is not so much about the weight. The problem is my weight was so high that really did need to come down. According to the BMI, and say what you will about it, and it's a metrics, right? It's a metric to look at things. According to my BMI, I still am overweight, no longer in the obese category, but overweight. And, but I also have always weighed more because I have always had more muscle mass on my body. I was an athlete from the time I was 4 that was in T-ball and just never quit. Played a lot of basketball. Actually showed up to play basketball tonight to find out that they canceled it and kind of forgot to tell me. So anyway, so I'm here doing this workout instead because then tomorrow night I'm available to watch a lab that needs to happen to learn about even more. I think it's another thing about building, I don't even know, something about maybe building stronger muscles or when to go up in weight, or I'm not 100% sure, but I'm excited to learn the information because if it is about when to go up in weight, that is something that I need a little more direction on. And so I'm excited that I have access to these amazing coaches right now with this project. It's very helpful. Okay, but so that I can get on because I've been here too long, I'm going to do the Romanian deadlift, which essentially is a deadlift, just with a fancy name. Okay, I'm using my X3. I'm on the, I've got to switch off the band though. I'm actually using my gray. This is the white band. This one's a little bit lighter. Now when I say that, take that with a grain of salt because depending on what exercise you're doing, that can be a very, very intense. I still don't even, I think at best during the pandemic when I was doing this daily, the X3 bar specifically, like an overhead press with the white band, I think I made it to 8 one time and I was like, celebration, that's all I'm gonna do. That's the best I'm gonna get for a long while. But now I'm on to a different project, but I'm using the same device that I have right now. So we're gonna just do a deadlift. I'm gonna do 2 sets of 10 here and then get out of here for tonight. Go watch the game. All right. There's my first set. Yay, nobody's here to watch the rest of that. Anyway, that felt really good. Sorry you all missed it. I guess there's a replay. You know, I'm live. They save them for us. So anyway, I got one more set and then I'm gonna go watch the Dodgers and maybe have some frozen watermelon. Hey, good friend of mine happens to be an MD. He turned me onto that hack, frozen watermelon. It's amazing because A, watermelon lasts so much longer in your refrigerator. And I know we happen to live in California, so there's usually watermelon available like year round here. So that's fantastic. But literally I can go and get, I mean, you could cut it yourself. You're probably gonna get more bang for your buck. But I just choose to get mine already cut up and freeze it. And then you can just have like a cup or two at night. And it is like the perfect snack because it's like, you know, you gotta chew a little bit of it. It kind of feels like you're having like a popsicle like you're a kid, but it's not sugary. Anyway, it's a good little hack. And I think it's got a bunch of vitamin C in it. So, and if you don't believe me, that's fine. Google it, use ChatGPT, find out what it's good for. I like it. It's a great, great hack, especially in the evening because it's light. And it has a lot of water. I mean, it has a lot of water. Yes, hence watermelon. But it is great, keeps our bodies lubricated, which again was what we need for range of motion, especially when we're strength training. Okay, folks, last set, here we go. I waited way too long, I know, but here it is. Going on to the final 10 deadlifts. Once I get this band equal. Okay, here we go. All right. Yay! We are concluding this. This is great. Just under 45 seconds. Celebrate. I hope that the Dodgers are winning. I'm going to go find out. It's game 3 tonight. I'm on workout C. You know, 3 and C, same thing in alphabet. Anyway, I don't really have any good jokes. But you guys, whatever you're doing, track it so that you can see your progress over time. Take pictures of yourself. You don't have to show anybody else, but it's good for you to be able to see how far you've come for just showing up and putting the work in. You guys, stay blessed out there. Stay safe. Be kind. I do try to, put out some goodness into the world through motivational things on this page as well, because sometimes we're all going through hard things and we just need a little reminder that we're not alone, because we really are not. Even if this is how we need to connect, stay in touch, you guys. Thank you again for being here. Again, I wish I had some kind of a cool like out thing, but I don't. But you guys, stay safe. All right, bye for now.